Hello, it's me from the future here to tell you that this series is broken. It's broken me physically and mentally. I've been ill for the last couple of days. That's why I'm still ill. I'm ill right now. That's why there hasn't been an episode yesterday. However, the series is broken. It's like horribly broken, more broken than I realized. So this episode, watch it if you want. I wouldn't recommend it. To be honest, not good at marketing, but I'll be truthful with you. I'm going to reboot it after this episode anyway. So if you got any good suggestions, good ideas and whatnot. Look, the series is called Genetics, and at the rate we're going, I'm never gonna see Genetics. The storyteller is broken. The diseases are literally incurable in certain situations, so it's just instant death randomly. Don't worry about it too much. Lots of technical things broken, so I need to do some changes. I might bring our characters over, give them a proper intro or something like that, because this is just stinky. This is a real stinky mess I've made. We've all seen the comments. We've all seen it by this point of the series. I've seen it a lot. I do actually read the comments because I absolutely despise having regular blood pressure. And it's the same comment every single time. For a series called Genetics, this series doesn't have much genetics. And you know what? I agree. I actually agree. I agree. You're right. Really, kind of Rimworld Biology would have been a far better name for it, but it's not called Rimworld Biology, is it? It's called Rimworld Genetics or something to that effect. Hello, welcome back to the series. Hello. I had a couple of days away there. Last weekend, between Friday and Sunday, as I said in the video at the time, I was very busy. I still had people emailing me, asking me where the episode was, and I wish I was joking. Business email, where's the video? It's not like you told us 3 times. But then yesterday I was also hideously sick. I mean, I'm still sick. I'm still very unwell. Drinking water makes me vomit, which is terrible. Either I have rabies or perhaps some sort of stomach condition. Given that it's been a couple of days now, I'm assuming it's the latter, given that I'm not frothing at the mouth. Well, I am. Mainly it's about the bloody migraine comments. Oh, migraine affects the whole body. Oh, that's clearly spoken by someone who hasn't had a migraine before. How dare you? How dare you? Just because I'm not one of you sweaty gamers sitting in the same room in pitch black darkness playing League of Legends for 15 hours a day, slamming down, double fisting, double muckfucks, and chugging Coca-Cola like a fish in water, doesn't mean I'm not capable of experiencing a friggin' migraine. You try working on YouTube for more than 30 minutes. When I played Mass Effect on the second channel, links in the description by the way, the Mako sections made me feel so friggin' sick I had to lie down for 10 hours. I know what a migraine is, I'm just saying, it probably shouldn't affect the whole body. Last time I had a friggin' migraine, I didn't feel it in my toes. And then you get all the people in the comments like it's the Pain Olympics. Oh, he's clearly never had a migraine before. Oh, he probably thinks it's just a headache. I know what a migraine is, okay? You want to make this a Pain Olympics? You want real pain? I stubbed my toe so badly a couple of weeks ago that it actually took the wood off the wall and it went between my toe and my toenail. It made me cry. That's pain. It was very painful. It was effectively a giant splinter under my toe. It almost made me vomit. It was very painful. Ever stub your toe so hard you take a bit of the wall off in your toe? That was very painful. I'm not going to win any awards on WikiFeet. So, I've decided today we're going to do it. Sorry, I completely lost track of everything there. I had like many days of reading comments and not being able to take all my bottled up anger anywhere. So that's that out the way now. We're all friends. We're all friends here. I hate you all. I hate all of you. I've queued up all the genetics because I thought it's finally time. I mean, why not, right? We've got 4 out of our expected, I believe, 13 population based on the storyteller's difficulty. How do we find out again? Here we are. Desired population, 13. Days between big threats, an entire season. An entire season between each threat. And those threats have been, as we've seen, more or less just exclusively Roman monstrosities. So, or abominations, whatever they're called. So really, we've got it nice and easy here. If there's ever a time to double down on the genetic research, now is it. Now, we're going to need a few things before we can do that, of course. We're probably going to need to expand out, well, firstly, the hospital needs redoing. We're going to need to put down a massive lab expansion. I'm thinking we move the entire lab, just get rid of this entire building. Maybe build something in this area that we had the stockpile in before. But it also needs to be quite accessible, doesn't it? I mean, it's not bad there. It's not bad at all. I want to relocate the hospital up here. I think that's probably our top job today is get this shifted over. That way, when they're shot horribly in the killbots, we've only got to drag them, you know, around a corner rather than to the other side of the base. I think we finally got enough steel for our gram-penetrating scanner. Thank you. Wow, there you go. I've installed a couple of mods that came at some request. Mods that will hopefully allow us to streamline our way to getting well, everything we need to set this lab up, because quite frankly, with the current resources we've got, we're going to be here till next month. And now we can tune the ground penetrating scanner to a specific resource. No more sitting around waiting for one of our potentially mime colonists to sit there and scan for days and days and days and days before we find a slither of gold. And I think it also will scan by itself too. Yeah, very, 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 very slowly, like exceptionally slowly, but it's nice. You know, it's nice just for a little boost here and there. We don't have any deep drill mods. We're not going to use prosthetics this time. We don't have quarries or growable resources. This is just vanilla Rimworld. Vanilla Rimworld with shockingly large deposits. I think there might be some sort of conflicting mod there, because Christ, that's a lot of plasteel. Not that I'm complaining. This colony has had one too many knocks. It needs all the help it can get. I think let's really maximize space here. Let's just go... Let's go, like, there. Give them a little bit of a path around the edge. And all of this stuff I filled in because it's a mountain. The last thing we want, I think, is insect infestations in the genetics lab. That's not really ideal. I've seen aliens. I know how that ends. Well, it was the middle point of this building. 25 that way. 24 that way, you absolute fool. You've ruined it all. Genetic augmentation and genetic creation are done already. Not that we can do anything yet because we don't actually have the lab built, but that's a nice start. And then we've almost finished genetic compatibility. Bear in mind, our people aren't allowed to use any prosthetics, so this is going to be pretty much the only way we can get some additional... It's more of a house rule that we're not allowed to use prosthetics, just to clarify. But between that and something like the med pod, hey, that's a good idea. Between that, that's pretty much all we can do to restore our people if they lose any limbs. Well, that and the flesh crafting, of course, but that hasn't really gone down too well, has it? Genetic compatibility. Well, these researchers are really good. We were pretty lucky with who got horribly murdered a few episodes back. And nearly an entire week later, we have some gold. Thank you. But how did we play this game without the ground penetrating scanner? Well, we didn't. We used the we used the quarry mod. Yeah, no, I remember. Really? 600 gold. We found some more gold down here too. Why are we only getting 600 gold spawning in, yet we're getting, you know, like 20,000 steel or 20,000 plasteel? What the hell's going on with that, huh? What is happening with this drill? I don't think it works on the deep cam either. Because well, I don't know how much deep cam you're normally supposed to get. Definitely something wrong with the steel and the plasteel and the silver. Oh shit, there's a lot of silver. I was about to tune for that next. Oh, it's time for our once every 15-day raids. Hello there, Booman. Boomer chicken, chicken cat rooster. It's fairly standard. We know to watch out for those wolfalopes this time though. Goddamn fire-breathing wolfalopes and we're covered in bandages. This is going to end well. There you go. Everybody's fine. This will be okay. We do need to probably set up rearm again, given that missing out on a lot of our bear traps. Damn, worse still, there's a bear cat coming in. Okay. Okay, careful, team. We haven't got any flamethrowers on our side now. I decided to get rid of them because, I mean, I don't really want to light the flammable explosive animals on fire for hopefully fairly obvious reasons. Ah! Please kill it. Thank you. And bear cat. Perfect. This is just about, like, the right speed for our colony, too. There's a little bit of danger. There's a little bit of risk involved because they tend to get very close, but overall, we're doing okay. I'm sorry, little boo man. I'm not going to save you. I want to make my own boo man. How are we doing on the research front? I think it's just one more to go now. Genetic mecha hybridization. Bear in mind, this is the easy part. Then we have to source all of the genetic material. I have no idea how this works compared to its kind of spiritual predecessor of Genetic Rim. I've been told that things are very, very different. I've specifically avoided reading anything about it so I can enjoy it. You know, I can feel like a noob again for the first time. Or which, according to the comment section, is pretty much every day for me. I know it isn't very befitting of our horrible genetics corporations for surviving CEOs to be... You can only have 4 CEOs, but you know what I mean. Our 4 board members to be doing the drilling themselves. Seems a little lowbrow. They have their elite island with their elite crafting stations, their elite, but very dangerous storage area, my god. And note to self, build a shed for the chem fuel. They live in this kind of ivory tower, this fortified island where they can do whatever they like, they can experiment however they like. Find a cure by any means necessary was our goal, but we don't really have access to any means necessary. Here's my plan. Here's my idea to you all. Now, Shmeeb is technically our faction leader as chief physician, so I'll put her at the start of the list. Then we've got the psychologist, the plastic surgeon, the biologist. I guess I'd have it in that order of importantness. Importance, that's the word. It's been a bad weekend, okay? I thought I was going to die. And these 4 have gone through hell. They've had all sorts of horrific diseases. They've watched their inventions, their flesh crafting fail and result in the deaths of some of their greatest friends. They've watched loved ones be massacred. They've watched their allies be killed and die of horrific diseases. Maybe it's time for Shmeeb to step up and say, no more. Maybe they've been pushed to their breaking point and it's finally time we embrace our madness, our impatience. Free reign to do whatever we like is going to need some changes. Progress needs people willing to bend the rules of morality. Now I will put this up to a vote. You all watching right now, you're board members. You have dividends in this company, so I'll let you vote as any good, horrific biological company would. And then the Umbrella Corporation already had shareholder meetings, but you know what? We're going to do it better than they did, because they frequently mess things up. Right now, I think we need to make some adjustments here. They don't care about death, and they only want biological. That's fine. What if we allow things like slavery? What if we allow anything to go? What if we don't care about corpses? What if slavery goes from being acceptable to necessary for progress? I think it might be a good idea. An intense bigotry, too. Our way or no way at all. I think there are some changes we could really make to our ideology to represent the change that's happened to the colony. Because there has been some significant changes. We could even adjust the memes themselves. Because I think this is exactly where a fluid ideology, assuming it wasn't broken right now, this is where it would have been perfect. And we'll have a vote in the comments. And I'll take a look at your ideas. If you've got any good suggestions, we'll weave that into the narrative somehow. But I think at this point, they'd probably be at the end of their rope a little bit. You know, I think they would be losing their damn minds, given that they've watched all of their people die. The people who have survived are horrifically scarred, malformed. They've got all sorts of limbs stitched to them, made from the dead bodies of their enemies. They've got diseases rampaging through the system. Honestly, the only person who isn't affected by much is Bo. I feel like Bo needs to go through some more character development, by which I mean horrible life-altering diseases. I hope you're listening, Bo. Your time has come, my friend. I hope I've made a good case for it anyway, because I do think that for people who have gone through hell, who are in hideous amounts of pain even currently, would probably be willing to bend the rules significantly at this stage, I think. And again, this would be perfect for the fluid ideology, but apparently when you apply new memes with the fluid ideology, it doesn't have the precepts correctly. So it is not really working as intended right now, and that's why I'm very happy to design it our own way. Via committee. Awful, terrible, unspeakable things are going to happen in this box. But it's a nice box. A nice box without a roof. Why are they not built? Bo, you've done half a job here. So now we go into info dump mode. Skip ahead if you've already played a little bit. I'm going to read what all of these do so I know exactly what to build, because people always get very angry at me for not reading. Biomechanical Lab Beacon is a strange dilated octahedron that seems to house an assembly of complex computer chips. It appears to be self-powered, and its faint beeping noise emanates from the core. The radio waves it is constantly emitting are being decoded, but the process seems to have destabilized its power source, and it will blow up soon. Right, what does that do? I have no idea. Reading it did not explain it, tragically. Mecha Hybrid Antenna is a large broadcasting server that's specifically tuned to maintain the tameness of mecha hybrids. Without the server, the self-replicating mechanoids within the mecha hybrids will eventually no longer be able to register friendlies as their IFF updates and branches, causing them to go manhunter. Right, so if we want to make mechanoid genetic hybrids, we need one of these. And reading ahead a little bit here, it can take up to 5... It can support 5 mechanoids regardless of their size and complexity. Any past that will lose their tameness. I see. Part of the broadcast will reach nearby settlements and ruins, attracting maddened mecha hybrids. They appear from the moment you have a mecha hybrid antenna. That sounds in the periodic Roman monstrosity raids. Got it. So the second we build this thing, we can get mechanoid hybrids attacking us. Might have benefits if we can, of course, use the corpses of that to extract genes from. So let's take a look here. We have a genomorpher. What does a genomorpher do? A machine where the miracle or horror of birth happens using automated procedures. A little genetic hand-waving and a great heaping dose of lost sleep. The inserted genome frame is influenced by 2 genomes, one dominant, one recessive, and can be modified with optional boosters. Oh, okay. So that might be a different from a different aspect compared to Genetic Rim, of course. Like I said, the kind of spiritual predecessor to this mod. Before with that, when you mix, say, a wolf and a cat, you had a 50% chance of a cat wolf and a 50% chance of a wolf cat. I don't think it was exactly 50-50. I think there was some variation in it. It sounds as if with this one we can choose which is the dominant and the recessive. That might allow us to say if we use the dominant wolf and the recessive cat, that will always guarantee a wolf cat. And then if you reverse it, you get the cat wolf. So it might give us a little more fine control of that. That's nice. If the process is imperfect due to the material contamination, missing chromosomes, or simple bad luck, it can result in something completely unwanted being developed. That's, again, something that was in Genetic Rim. You got those horrible aberrations, which I'm hoping we can get and tame and love. Gameplay notes. If the process to deliver ingredients to the genome or for its interrupted, the ingredients that have already been inserted will deteriorate and be lost. Okay, that's worth bearing in mind for forcing work types and maybe, you know, drafting up when a raid turns up, something like that. Then we have the electro wombs. Hello there. Very cheap. Relatively small machine designed to simulate the environment of a mother's womb. Once a growth cell has been inserted, the embryo can start growing all the way to its adult life stage before being released. That's good to know. Provides limited growing room. The reason why that's so important is because if we want to, say, make a muffalo chicken hybrid that, I don't know, can lay eggs and also provide milk, you're obviously going to have to wait for it to grow otherwise, right? Very cheap to build, but will produce a failure if the inserted creature has a body bigger than 1. Very nice. Large electro womb. A larger machine designed to stimulate the environment of the... Yeah. So this is just a larger one. Allows you to grow larger creatures. That makes a lot of sense. Tissue grinder. A workplace accident waiting to happen. Or a workplace blessing. If you have someone who's very annoying in the workplace, which there always tends to be, the tissue grinder takes the corpses of animals and carefully rips and tears them to pieces in order to extract the useful genetic data in the form of genoframes. The hardware is also capable of combining 2 identical frames into a superior form by comparing and improving upon latent and inferior genetic material. So this is how we get the genetic material from an animal then. Got it. Work speed is influenced by someone who actually knows what they're looking for in order to skip some more routine tasks and possibly shouldn't be placed in the hands of someone with no concept of ethics, morality, or conscience. You're in the wrong place for that. Bearing in mind that the cost in corpses effectively doubles for each quality level, making the legendary genoframe prohibitive. The main usefulness of these recipes is to convert 2 genoframes of given quality to a higher one, but your main source of genoframes shouldn't be handcrafting them. Go out and explore those abandoned labs. Right, okay, got it. So 2 awful make a poor, 2 poor make a normal, 2 normal make a good. So obviously it becomes, you know, exponentially expensive, not literally, but figuratively. Very expensive in terms of producing that. In that case, I assume you go out to the labs and you have a chance to find, say, a couple of masterworks. Then you can combine those, or you might find a handful of excellence, which eventually you can combine into legendary if there's a particular legendary creature you want to get, like a legendary fire-breathing wolf, which, of course, I do actually want to get. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Got it. I assume that warning was added afterwards because people were complaining it was too expensive on the Steam Workshop, because that's what people like to do there. Genetics tinkering table. An advanced and specialized workbench capable of manufacturing medical-grade implants and mixing genetic boosters. This is good. So this is like genetic byproducts, not mixing animals and making horrible things, but implants, upgrades for our people, and more importantly, look at this. Immuno boosters, hormono boosters, tempo boosters, fertility unblockers, stabilizers, controllers. So this is, I do remember seeing something about this on the workshop. I think this is a recent update to it, which is perhaps fantastic timing for this series. Either an incredible coincidence, or a large thank you has to be tendered for potentially saving this campaign. That's interesting. Okay. That was the recombinator, right? I was reading the right one there? No. That was the extraction table. Did I accidentally skip one? I did. Then it's the recombinator. Right, got it. So we're going to need all of these, maybe even multiple of them. Specialized extraction module that's capable to extract the genomes from a subject's corpse. The material is converted into a soupish mixture, which is then condensed into an extremely complex genome. Useless by itself, but functions as a template which can be compared to another genome. The procedure removes any excess genetic information. Got it. Cannot duplicate some genomes such as Colossal. I think those are the animals from, those are like, Thrombo, and the stuff added by Vanilla Vikings Expanded, and I believe Alpha Animals has, like the Galatros in that one is a Colossus too. Nutrient Vat in Genetic Rim was just a kind of additional thing that you would plug in. Increases work speed. That's exactly the same then. And then Implant Augmenter allows us to make all the implants. Normally, of course, the animal implants would be for animals, but we have Xenobiotic Patcho because it's hilarious. And that allows you to install animal implants on people. This is good. Bionic Thrombo Jaws. Okay, well, there you go. So we're going to need basically all of these, right? What goes at the center of the lab. Honestly, the mecha hybrid antenna, maybe. The gene morpher is quite impressive, though, isn't it? Maybe build one of those right in the center. And we can afford it, too. That's quite nice. Okay, get rid of that wall. I was only doing that so we could build a roof. So now Bo gets to collapse it in on her head. Oh, dear. Or go for the most ridiculous route, taking apart the roof I think I've ever seen. Yeah, gene morpher right in the middle, I feel like is... How dare you? Okay, gene morpher right in the middle, though, is a must-have. I think that's going to look incredible. We have to throw up some pillars, though, aren't we? And that right there is the final genetics research, at least kind of tangentially related to what we're doing here. I've queued up a bunch of other crap that will be hopefully quite helpful. Space for furniture, space for electronics, sprinklers, hydroponics, all that lovely, nice stuff. You know what I'd really like? You know what would be really mind-blowing? If we were to actually get a raid of human beings so I could kidnap them, break their legs, and recruit them, ideally. Not necessarily in that order. But the game says no. The game says no, that's not allowed. You're not getting anything at all. You're just going to fight abomination after abomination. The lab is coming along, though. And it looks pretty nice, too. When it's all done and we get those extra couple of buildings thrown down, we can throw in some spacer furniture to kind of spruce the place up, make it feel a bit more lab. I think this is going to be quite nice. Looks like we just got a fancy-looking pillow in that bed. I mean, as far as colony outfits go, it's really something, huh? Well, they get +2 for wearing gloves. Oh, because of believing cure seekers. That's so good. Oh, thank God, people. Oh, that's a lot of people, and they're everywhere. We're gonna get shot again, aren't we? Okay, come over here. Yep, the pods went haywire and landed scattered all over the area. Brilliant. I mean, we don't really have any defense inside the walls. They're just going to run wild. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I mean, we've got good weapons. We've got good armor. The surviving people are not bad at combat. So I have high hopes here. I have high hopes. We're probably going to take a lot of damage here, just kind of... That's not good, is it? Man, they are going to make quick work of my stuff. How are those? Are those turrets going to hold up? Given that they're spread out, actually the turrets might do some really effective work here. Come and get behind this rock. Boy of Noodles, hide behind that tree. I don't want to risk Boy of Noodles getting shot again. Can you shoot a shot through the shield? I assume the grenade will just bounce off, but you know what? It's worth a go. I can't say I've ever really tried it before. It does not work. Okay, it does not work. Hey, shoot the people! Why have I got to micromanage this? Nice, nice, nice. Oh, my trees. Oh, my trees. It's maybe the end of old Papa. Yes, it is. Die. Die. Okay, how are we looking? Bad. Well, how's the killbots going? Good. Very good. Whale Hale is dead. Lanath is on the way out. Pang Power is down. Mighty Vic, not so mighty after all. Chicken Robo. Die. Jim Pickers. I think we saw Jim Pickers earlier in the series. You rescue Smeeb. Patrons are flaying. That's good. No, we've got survivors. Bleeding out in 6 hours, bleeding out in 3 hours, bleeding out in 1. I need somebody good with plant skill. Oh, Wendigo Jones. Wendigo Jones. Darkness Dimension Wave and... Let's just... 10 without medicine. That's illegal, isn't it? Is it we can't 10 our colonists without medicine? Come on. Come on. 1 hour. I just need one person good with plants. That's it. That's it. Because with this, then we can link someone to the Goranlan. And then a lot of our defenses will handle themselves at that point. You know what? Just go for it. Oh, what are you talking about? Shit. What the hell is that? A horseman stallion. A what? An extremely cursed riding companion that can vocally explain in excruciating detail the troubles it goes through being a beast of burden. Most people don't like to be reminded that animals are capable of feeling, especially if they can vocalize themselves in human speech. Don't be surprised if no one wants to eat or wear butcher parts of this creature, as it looks like a misshapen line. As it looks like a misshapen human with cloven hands. Oh, that's horrific. That's horrific. I mean, we're doing it a favor to put it out of its misery at that point, right? Papa, are you any good? Shooting 16.21, bloody hell. We could probably save you. Where are you going? What? No. What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? I'm thinking I might have forgotten to set the prison up, but that's, it's not my fault. Wendigo is fine. No, stay here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, go. Tend. Tend without medicine. I mean, you can tend with medicine. We're in a bloody hospital now, for Christ's sake. Tend, Papa. This is the best news of my life. Did they sap through the doors? Oh! We're doomed. Who has health? Bo. Darkness Dimension Raven Way. Okay, well, this is fucking cursed. Oh, that's already an enemy right there. Wow, this is cursed. Are you fine? Why did you... What are you doing? I said tend to Papa, and you walked away. Oh my god. Whoa, you just murdered that human stallion. Horrible. You're fighting a rabbit with a friggin' pickaxe. It's a legendary rabbit. Be careful. I think we're gonna lose Papa. Which is a bit of a shame because I did want to try and recruit as many people as possible, but these things happen. Those are just fancy chickens, okay? So don't worry about that. The thing I'm concerned about is the bear elope. Get in there. Tend Papa. Tend Papa. Tend Papa. Please, for God's sake, tend Papa Shmeeb. You're in charge of this colony and you're fucking it up. Right, you walk away. Walk away. Come on. Come on. Get the bear. Nice. Good shot. Good shot. What? Am I losing my mind here? Please. No, go in the water. Go in the water. Please. Please go in the water. That was the plan. You're going to cross the water. The animals will be slower. Everything will be fine. I mean, obviously, they're equidistant now, so it's going to be the same freaking speed. This is falling apart. Papa's dead. Shmeeb, that's on your freaking conscience. You decided to leave Papa to bleed to death. Oh, my Christ. I think we're all going to freaking bleed to death. Okay, well, this is fucked. This is just absolutely doomed. Rescue. If we get another raid now, like, we just lose. We lose. I hate these monstrosities. I hate the freaking patron faction. That's twice in a row that's happened where we've been hit by an enemy faction. Then you just shot that wall. I watched you do it, Shmeeb. These people are incompetent. They are incapable of running this colony. Grenade that friggin' chicken. Please grenade that chicken. Please grenade it better. You've got a clean shot there. It's not going anywhere. Right, you need to... Oh, shit. This is a fucking nightmare. This is a waking nightmare. Boy of noodles. Boy of noodles. How can one person be this incompetent? What's the blood loss? Initial. You've got time. You've got time to tend... No, tend with medicine. Always tend with medicine. We're playing in a game mode where you can't tend with medicine. Why do I have that option? Shoot the rabbit with the grenade. Thank you. Bloody hell. That wasn't that difficult. I'm going to have to play Sweaty Rimworld, my least favorite type of Rimworld, and I'm going to say Preach Health. Can't because they're unconscious, which is another big reason why I haven't been using it. You know, against the people you really need it to use on, you can't actually do it because they're asleep or unconscious. Very frustrating. Bo. What the fuck are you doing? Get back in the hospital. Oh, sure, you might be bleeding to death in an hour, but there's very slightly fancier medicine in the base. Just gotta go rifle through the stockpile to find it. You're a shit doctor. Hippocratic oath, more like hypocritic oath. I feel like that's not the first time I've said that, bizarrely. What is that noise? No way did it survive. No, it definitely didn't survive. It's another one. Oh, God, and it's in Boy of Noodles' hands. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, well. It's down. Grenade it fast. Get out there. Blow it to pieces. Thank God. Sepsis. Oh, sweet Jesus. Wow, so sepsis is blood poisoning, basically. That sucks. Right, yeah, no, that's not good. That's like genuinely very blood loss fatal. Blood loss fatal. Fatal! I think we might have different definitions of the word fatal there, my friend. I'm gonna have to crack out the good medicine. I don't have a choice. This is our only good doctor. What was the 10 quality of that? 72%. Oh, man. I mean, it could have been a lot worse given that Bo has medical skill 4.29 and the hospital is coated in blood. What have we learned from this experience? Just don't bother. What we've learned is we need more friggin' turrets again. Never ends. Right, here. Take a few more. Take a few more. I might just line the whole bloody kill box with them at this stage, to be honest with you. Because if they'd have come through the kill box rather than... Well, actually, we need more defenses in, like, the central area. Lining the inside of the walls with turrets, or like, a layer around the outside with turrets and kind of pillboxes would be very, very helpful. More importantly, if they weren't randomly scattered everywhere, I think we would have been absolutely fine. I mean, we are still going to be fine, assuming that sepsis isn't as lethal as sepsis tends to be. If it wasn't for that, they would have all ended up, I mean, like the raiders that came in. Like, whale. Yep, you're called Whale. A bit of an acronym, isn't it? Okay, so, like, maybe in the case of an emergency, what if we throw down just, like, auto cannons like this? We'll have to move some of the power, because it's obviously not going to work if we've got freaking massive auto cannons around the whole thing. But I think this is a good use of our resources. Arguably, this would have been a much more sensible use of our resources than building a freaking genetics lab for our 4 remaining people. Fine, I've decided. That's it. We're going to do a soft reboot tomorrow. We're going evil. Something's still horribly broken with the storyteller, and I don't know what it is. I've done everything that should be necessary to fix it. The fact that it's only throwing us raids from the abominations, and then occasionally, like once a year, an overpowered raid from the patrons that wipe us out. I'm not... something's not right. We're going evil. We're going evil. I'm committing to it. I need to build some sort of genetic thing before the end of this freaking series. We lose. We've lost. Can we say that? Can we have a campaign where we just lose? The bad guys don't win? That'd be brave. Maybe I could just do that instead. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do quite yet, but leave it with me. I'll think of some way to redeem this whole mess. There'll be some way to redeem it. We'll get a story out of it yet. One day. Assuming I'm still alive tomorrow, that is. Thank you to Skaz, the long half, that gay commie, super careful, fragile lipsticks, actually atrocious, Dart Wipe the Grim, Spongy1312, Gogolus Svis, Dirt Nerd, Hascrack, Hudsu Wudsu, Olivia Mishap, TG Taps, Asuna Kirito, Glacier, Bloodsnakes, Chaos, Fizzlebuns, and Pika Pyre, or Pika Pire. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. There's not been the highlight of my career. Thank you to Gavin, Big Segura's Biggest Prickers, Ordinary Kaiju, Betimus Max, Gamma Freya, Mr. Hanky, The Apocalypse Shovel, Wide Riot, Fat Larry's Unheeded Stress Call, Edgemere, Blaticus, Brannick, Nox Immortalis, Johanno, Frobear, Aragon Awesome, and Chief Werewolf as well. Open to suggestions? Urgently.